Hi. Well, it is day, I think it's 122 now, isn't it? Something like that. Just bear with me, I'll check. I know I'm not as disciplined with my chronology as I have been. Maybe that's because I've actually been trying to get on with my life as well. So I'm sorry if I'm not quite as disciplined as normal with this, but let me just double check. It's 122, yeah. So I was right anyway, I didn't even need to check. Why do I doubt myself all the time? But yeah, day 122. And it's okay actually. It's been an alright kind of day. Although I am still kind of pumped and revved up for Friday, because that's one of my first big battles that I've got to fight. But you know what? I'll face it just like I always have. I'll deal with it. I won't. I've been very, very truthful and very honest about everything. So they can throw, the others can throw as much muck at me as they want. I ain't going to rise to it. And if I do, I'm going to rise to it in the right way. So the clipboard brigade that are trying to make my life a misery, go ahead. Make my year. Because I'm telling you, one of these days, right, I will get my way, I will win. So all these people who've been trying to deliberately drag me down over the last however many years, they ain't gonna succeed. They ain't gonna succeed. Because every time they've tried, I've always won. So, and you know what they say, God loves a trier. And that's exactly what I am. I'll always remember that infamous line from the last song in the 1956 Oscar Rodgers and Hammerstein production of The King and I. And there's a couple of lines from that song that go, "This is a man who thinks with his heart. His heart is not always wise. This is a man who stumbles and falls, but this is a man who tries." And I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I always like to think of myself as that kind of a man. Someone who doesn't always get it right, someone who does stumble and fall and make mistakes from time to time. But the important thing is that you keep going. Because you have to. This is what life's about. It's not meant to be plain sailing, it's meant to be difficult. And some people who really don't understand my journey, they think that I'm deliberately trying to make life difficult for myself. And maybe, yes, in the past, maybe 15, 20, 25 years ago, yes, I might have been guilty of that. But not anymore. Because I've paid a heavy price for my mistakes over the years. Let's put it this way, I've almost died at least twice, in the last 15 years. I've had quite a few health scares as well. Lost lots of people that I love, as I've mentioned many times before. And there have been times when I wanted to take my own life, but I'm still here because I know that those feelings of worthlessness and depression and despair and despondency, I know they're only temporary. and I'm trying desperately hard not to give those parts of my consciousness so much credence, because if I give them too much, they're going to just overpower me, aren't they? So I'm determined not to do that. And things are a lot better now as a result of that, because I'm actually doing what is right for me. Alright? Now, I'm going to be in a position tomorrow where I have my last official counselling session, and I can get all the help and assistance that I need now. Now I can do it on my own. I'm just looking forward to the point where I come off meds again. You know, well, when I start coming off them, which will probably be, it's probably going to be another couple of months yet before I can actually come back off them. So, you know what? I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that certain avenues I'm about to go down pay off. I know that sounds really cryptic, but that's about all I can say at the moment. But there are some exciting things, you know, there are some exciting possibilities ahead. But I don't want to give too much away in case they fall apart, in case they turn out not to be so exciting after all, you know. But at the moment, I'm kind of at a crossroads, and I'm sort of kind of in a precarious situation, but I'm not overly worried about it, to be honest. It's just a few people trying to make life difficult, when I've been as open and honest as I possibly can about my recent situation. You know, because the vast majority of stuff I've been open about is none of their damn business in the first place, so they should be grateful that I'm opening up to them about it, you know. But no, they want to try and use it against me to make life a misery for me. Well, you know what? Just because you think you've got a little bit of power, don't get ahead of yourself. Because I'm on the side of good, and I genuinely believe that in the end good does triumph. But you've got to want it. You've got to really want good to prevail for it to prevail, you know. And this is why I got so upset with the elections, because, you know, the recent elections when the Tories got back in, because that just spat on all the efforts of hard-working people. I'm not saying that some Tories don't work hard. I'm sure some of them do. I'm sure some of them have, but they're old money. Do you know what I mean? They're the establishment, aren't they? And I'm onto politics already. I was wondering how long that would take, but yeah, you know, I'm a miserable sod, aren't I? There's one thing actually that I'm starting to realise more and more now, and that's that, and I can actually picture his face right now. I'm turning into a real Norris Cole type guy at the moment. You know, Norris from Coronation Street, and I keep seeing his face, you know, and it's just like, it was something that, it was a discussion I was having with someone last week about it, and it was just so unbelievably hilarious. You know, it's just great. But that's the point. I mean, I know I'm sort of dragging this one out today. I mean, it's nearly 10 minutes long, but you know, I mean, I've hardly had anything to tell you over the last few days, and that's why a couple of times I haven't been for a couple of days there haven't been any vlogs, but I'm hoping against hope that things happen and good prevails, you know, because I don't think it's too much to say that maybe I need to take a step back and, you know, concentrate on me for a while. I mean, I'm always going to be around to help others, but I need to help myself as well. That's the reason I'm in this position at the moment, because I didn't help myself for a long time. And it was very nearly too late when I did. So I probably got there just in time, but pretty soon, if I'm not careful, I could end up in a downward spiral, and I don't want that. I really don't. Which is why I'm carrying on with the meditation. I'm still taking my tablets every day. You know, I'm going to counselling, I'm attending group therapy, I'm doing all these things. I'm back at work, I'm still keeping up this page and doing these videos and things. I know I've not, as I said a moment ago, you know, I know I've not been quite as regular, but hey, you know, I've got a life as well, you know. I'm sure some people think I actually do just sit here all day, you know, between vlogs, and I actually don't do anything else. You couldn't be more wrong. My God. I mean, today it's just been non-stop. I've been like Zebedee on speed, you know what I mean, and he's mad enough in the first place, isn't he? You know, that's me. And I was just like, oh, I think I had a bit too much sugar at lunchtime. I think that's what it was. You know, it just, I was practically flying around the office, I think. It's just funny. But yeah, sorry, I'm in that sort of a mood at the moment where just every tiny thing's funny. I can see my face in this camera, and it's just like, it just looks funny, you know. I've got my two front teeth seem to be sticking out as well. I look like I've got Bugs Bunny teeth, you know. Let's just back, you know, that kind of thing. But no, I'm not Bugs Bunny. He's dead, I think, anyway. What's he called? Mel Blanc, is it? Yeah, he's well gone, and I'm still here, so I'm obviously not him, am I? You know, I mean, he was like 105 anyway, I think. And what's this about? What's this hilarious thing about TV licenses being scrapped for over 75s? What? You know, half of them probably can't even see the screen anyway. So they shouldn't be paying a license anyway if they can hardly see the blasted thing, innit? 75. Oh my God. Well, if my dad hangs on a couple of more years, then he'll be eligible for a free TV license as well. Oh God, I've never heard anything so ridiculous in my life. Why not just scrap the license altogether? You know, it's always the same crap, you know, on TV anyway. God's sake. Anyway, that's enough of me moaning and droning on for nearly 15 minutes. I want to hear more from you guys, by the way. It's good that you're still using the page, and I do appreciate that. You know, thank you very, very much. But I want more of your stories, so hurry up and send them in now. Sorry, yeah, it's just me acting up again. But anyway, I'm going to go now because I'm getting a little tired. My hay fever's more or less gone. I've just got a very sore throat and a bit of a chesty cough, but apart from that, I'm fine. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.